Hey everyone, Ben here. Get ready for plenty of fast and frantic action from the GT4 Challenge at Okayama International Circuit. I'm racing in the second top split with a 1.8k average rating, and qualifying is absolutely crucial here. This 27 car field is super competitive. The top 20 drivers were separated by just 1.2 seconds. We've managed to get up into 11th position, just half a second off the pole time. So a top 10 finish is the aim, but right now I'm just focused on surviving lap 1. And that is going to be no mean feat. As we round the final corner, get ready for the green lights, and we are underway. It looks like we've held position on the formation lap start, and now we're heading into T1, a tricky medium speed right-hander. We've got the apex. I've got a car on my outside. I think that is Joselu Otero up ahead in the Mercedes now. He has managed to hold that position. To be honest with you, I'm not looking to be too aggressive in these early stages. If we can just hold station, benefit from any other mistakes on track, but make sure we don't throw it away early on in this race. At the same time, it is very difficult to overtake here, so at some stage I'm likely to need to be aggressive, but I don't want to make the kind of mistake that we've just seen there from Danny Barrow on the right hand side of the track, as he has lost his Aston Martin and has ended up off in the barrier. We skip forward then to the end of lap 1, hot on the tail of Otero up ahead, and then in front of him Thiago Lara in the other Mercedes. We've got a bit of a gap back to Rapecki in 12th position, although actually that will probably update now to 11th position, and we should be up into the top 10 after that opening lap incident for the Aston Martin driver. Once again coming through this tricky opening corner where you really want to use the maximum width of the track. We're going to try and stick one down the inside into T2. Very, very difficult to make an overtake work there. To get two cars side by side through that corner, very, very tricky, so we think better of it. We skip forward then to later on in that lap as we're coming into the very tight and technical middle sector of the lap, and we get word from our spotter that there's been an incident. There's an Aston Martin off to the left hand side there. That was Barbador, who had come to some grief in the middle of that complex of corners, and that has bunched the field up together hugely. There could be opportunities for me here, but equally there could be big danger as cars are side by side coming through this final sector of the lap. Very difficult to get the nose pointed in these GT4 cars into these tight corners. Got to be very patient on the gas through the final two corners. Unfortunately, we weren't able to make up any positions. This then is what happened to the Aston Martin driver. You could see trying to make a move, making contact with the driver up ahead, and in the end spinning around. We rejoin then just at the beginning of the very next lap, and the field is still concertinaed together, but we have not been able to find a way past Otero or Lager up ahead and make up any more positions. We're currently in P9. It feels like I've got a little bit of a run here, a little bit more momentum, but it's going to take a big move down the inside. I come to the inside of the track. I decide to get later on the brakes, but actually I am much later on the brakes than both of the cars up ahead of me. I'm able to get the car slowed down on the apex and make a clean overtake of Otero, but I won't lie, for a moment I thought I was going to go straight into the inside of the red Mercedes up ahead. This is the replay footage then of what that move looked like from my cockpit. Thankfully, I just got it slowed down in time. Both of the drivers up ahead of me quite conservative on the brakes, which actually gave me the opportunity in the first place, but it was a bit scary heading down into the apex, a bit of a dive bomb, but we got the move done, and that is me up into 8th position as we approach half race distance here. As you can see, I haven't really been able to close in on the rear wing of Largo up ahead, Otero less than half a second behind me, and I'm consistently struggling on exit from that final corner, and that potentially has given Otero a run on me down into T1. I've gone defensive onto the inside line. I'm going to try and hug it tight to the apex. That then means that Otero has not got the room around the outside. I'm going to switch back to the racing line. Otero quicker through the middle part of the corner. We get a little tap from behind, but no harm done, no incident points, and we're able to hold the position. Later on in the same lap, we're into that middle sector once again. Big accident off to our right hand side. That's 2 cars from the leading pack that have gone out there into the barrier. That's going to give me 2 positions and up into the top 6. But it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to hold that position for long, because now I've got Otero down my inside and he's got the position done, has he? Well, I'm going to try and fight straight back into the right hander here. I'm going to get a better exit from that corner. We're side by side heading into the very tricky final couple of corners of the lap, once again giving each other plenty of space, but it's almost impossible to go around the outside of the final corner, so I am going to hold Otero off, at least for now. He is going to have the better exit because I was slightly compromised on the apex there, holding the position. You can see in my rear view mirror he is all over the back of my car, but rather than try to go around the outside this time, he tries the switchback, and actually it looks like he's got loads more momentum coming out of the corner. I'm pinched to the inside of turn 2 and he's going to try and hold it all the way around the outside, and it looks like he's managed to do it, but once again now I've got the better exit. We've been side by side for the best part of half a lap here into the heavy braking zone of the hairpin. He's got the inside line, the camber favours the Mercedes on that line, and finally he's got the move done. Wow, what a piece of action that was. Let's just take a little look back at the collision which took 2 drivers from the leading pack off into the barrier there, just coming together through the middle part of the lap. That then put me on the back foot a little bit to Otero, who was all over my rear wing coming out of that section of corners. I tried desperately to hold on to the position. Great battling, very, very fair, lots of space given by both of us, but really competitive. Clearly at this stage of the race, Otero has the better pace. He's been stuck behind me for a little while after I made that opportunistic pass early in the race, and here he goes, trying to get around my outside of T2. Unbelievably well executed move there, because he could have so easily ran it out wide and onto the grass, and then you really are in trouble. We rejoin them with just 4 minutes left of this race. That's probably just a couple of racing laps, and we are in 7th position, but we've got Daniel Gruber moving very, very quickly behind us there. Again, we've had a weak exit from the final corner. It was really my Achilles heel all race long. Gruber's down my inside here. I'm going to try and hang it around the outside here. We make a tiny bit of contact, but just a little bit of door rubbing more than anything else. Again, I'm on the inside line for T2. Gruber thinks better of going around the outside, unlike Otero previously, and I'm able to hold the position. We're into the middle section of the same lap. I'm still under pressure from Gruber behind, and I make a mistake, the first proper mistake of the race. I'm up onto the grass verge, very slow out of the corner, heading down into this very tight section of corners, and Gruber has got the inside line. He's got the move done. I've not got a tyre alongside him, as I did with Otero on the previous set of laps, and unfortunately that puts us down to 8th position. But it wouldn't be for too long. The beginning of the very next lap. This is the penultimate lap of the race. We're going to see up ahead Otero making a big mistake, just getting out too wide. He's going to rejoin. Very much a heart in mouth moment there, as I thought he was going to cut back across the racing line. 2 tyres out onto the grass, that's all it takes to ruin a race. And there he goes, losing positions hand over fist. Final lap of the race then, we're still trying to hunt Gruber down up ahead. We've got a little bit of a gap to Penn behind as we come again into T2. We get a message that there's another car off. That's Carr. Oh, and we've been so close to making contact once again as he was recovering onto the track. This was actually a battle for the podium positions. You can see just too ambitious on the inside, no room through the corner there. It sends him into a half spin, and then as he tries to rejoin, that gap for me to fit through was so small, and I just about made it through without contact. But it cost me a load of time to pen behind because I had to get out of the gas to make it through safely. I'm now under huge pressure with just a handful of corners left to try and hold on to what would be a top 6 finish, which would be fantastic. I'm taking a slightly narrower line to just hold the apex of the final set of corners there. We've got 2 to go. Very, very hard to make a pass here. It'll rely on me not making a mistake in the final corner. He shapes to the inside. That puts me off slightly. I'm wide. I miss the apex, but thankfully I'm going to hold on from Penn behind and secure 6th position. Wow, what a race, what a brilliant opening to this new season, and a great result for me there. 95 championship points, a healthy boost to both my safety rating and my iRating, and I just can't tell you often enough how much I love this GT4 series on iRacing at the moment. Brilliant racing. If you get a chance to try this combination, you absolutely should. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave a like, get subscribed, and I will see you on the next one.